Hey guys, ADHD here, and today's video is Cartoon Wednesday, and today I'm going to show you how to build this awesome Alice in Wonderland inspired teapot house. I freaking love this. A fan on Instagram actually sent me this design, and I loved it. I got his approval on it, so I wanted to show you guys how to build it, and let me know what you guys think about this. And I might also do a lamp from the, Aladdin movie, basically, Genie's lamp, and see if I can get that done. If you guys would want to see that, let me know down below. If not, we'll just move on to something different in Cartoon Wednesday. I'm thinking about Johnny Test next Wednesday. Let me know what you guys think. But anyway, we're going to get started on this build. I love this design. What we're going to be needing for this build, we're going to need a block of quartz. We're going to need light blue hardened clay, blue hardened clay, block of diamond, gravel, grass blocks in case you make any mistakes, and then a few other minor things. We'll get to them when we need them. But for now, this is all we're going to need. But anyway, let's get started. Alright guys, so before we get started, if you guys do me a huge favor and scroll down and hit that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, if at any point in this build, guys, you feel like I'm going too fast, you can always pause or rewind at any point in order to catch up. But getting started, we're going to start with the block of quartz. And as you see, I have a shape here. We're going to be basically following along with this, but just go ahead and ignore that and follow along with me. So what we're going to be doing is doing one block of quartz, then it's going to be a space of 2. So just kind of imagine those like this, a space of 2 right here. And then it's going to be a block of quartz again. And basically this is our starting point and this is our end point. So we're going to go around this and then come back here. So from this block right here, we're going to go to right a total of 4 diagonal blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then next we're going to continue on back a total of 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, just like that. Then we're going to go diagonal to the left a total of 4 blocks too. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to the left completely a total of 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. So as you can see, they're basically rows of 4, then with 3 blocks diagonal connecting them all. So right here would be a row of 4, but this is where the door is going to go. But it's pretty much all just rows of 4 connected with 3 diagonals. So continuing on, we're going to go left diagonal, a total of 3, left back. So 1, or sorry, not 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then go down, total of 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go right diagonal, a total of 3. So 1, 2, 3. And it should connect us back where we started, alright? So that's what we should have right now. Alright? And for our next row, what we're going to do is we're going to get our block of quartz out yet again. And we're going to just basically double up that row. So just go around this entire thing one more time on top. And we're going to be doing this a lot during this build. It's a lot of double, like, just layering, I guess you could say. Because it's pretty much a lot of the same. Like, there's, like, basically, I break it down to, like, 4 sections. And those 4 sections require a lot of, like, repeating of the same thing. So the next row we're going to do is I want you to do is start on our left block right here, the one we started with, and come out 1 block. So just diagonal out 1 block. And then bring that all the way across to the other block we started with, just like this. So basically, this block of 4 is like row 4, diagonal over those first 2 blocks we started with. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going around the outside of this build, basically tracing it, but it's going to change up a little bit when we get to the back right, or the sides right here. Okay? So what you do is basically from here, go with these 4 we started with, or 4 I just showed you, go diagonal to the right, just like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from here, you're not going to come off the build. You're going to go all the way across until you're 1 block off. Do you have to remember that, guys? That is a very critical part. It's from right here. I'm going to explain it again because it's very important. From right here, it's 4. Then you go 1, 2, 3. And on this 4th one, you're going to continue across. Because you don't, on this one, you do want to come out. But on this one, you don't want to come out. You want to make sure it's flat to it. Alright, so make sure you remember that. Alright, and then to continue on, we're going to go diagonal to this side now. So basically keep going. So diagonal, just like this. And then on this one, it doesn't really matter. You can just bring it off if you want. Like, I'm going to bring mine off, but it doesn't really matter. But on this one, you have to make sure it's flat again. Alright, so continue going around the entire build. You're basically tracing the build as you can see here. So just going to make sure you're 1 block out all the time until you get to right here. You're going to continue just straight through. Alright, and I cannot stress that enough, guys. Make sure these sides are flat. This side, flat. But the back and front, they can be off like this. The back, it doesn't really matter, however you want to do it. Alright, and then once you've done that, or actually the back I'd recommend being just like this one in the front. But anyway, so continue diagonal just like this until you connect it back to the front. Alright, and I'm going to go around this because it's very important you have this first row of this next section done, because it's like, that's how I messed up so bad when I was first trying to build it. Like, I messed up so bad because I did the exact same thing basically. So I want to make sure you guys have it. So it's flat on the sides. Alright. So now that we have that out the way, what we're going to do is our next row is going to be the exact same shape. Now we have that shape out the way, we're good. All we're going to do is the exact same thing with the light blue hardened clay. So now we can relax a little bit because we know we have it right, and we're just going to go around the entire thing like this. But yeah, that's like the key thing, because if you don't get that right, the whole like teapot kind of looks like weird shape. So you got to make sure you get that right. So the next row, we're going to do the exact same thing, same shape again, but with blue hardened clay. So just go around the entire thing one more time with the blue hardened clay. And it's a lot easier than it seems. It's just that one part that can really mess you up. Alright, so now we have that done. The next row, we're going to do it, basically take it back to the basics, so we're going to do block of quartz all the way around. Same exact shape. And then after this row, it does change up a little bit. But again, it's not really that hard. I'll show you guys step by step. Alright, almost through here. Bring it back to the start, just like this. Okay, so now let's do our next section. So the next section is very similar in the aspects of the sides being different from the front. So what we're going to do is, starting in the front, we're going to go back a block. Alright, back a whole row, and we're going to continue like basically tracing the inside now. But again, when we get to the sides, things change up a little bit. So continue tracing the inside just like this, basically going diagonal, and then once you get to the side, you're going to take it in, and then you're going to go a total of 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, just like this. So it should be 4, then diagonal 3, then 4, but these 4 are on the wall or on the side. All right, where this one is kind of in one. So it's basically the same exact thing, except for this one's in, this one's on it. All right, and then we'll continue going diagonal. So going diagonal, 1, 2, 3, coming up, then 4, and then this one right here, we're gonna stay in. So it's 4, and we're gonna stay in because it's like the back, like I said, the back and front are the same. You're gonna stay in, you're gonna keep going, tracing the inside, just like this. And then we get to the side here, again, we're gonna make sure we get onto the build, and we're gonna go in 4, so 4 right here in the center of it, then go diagonal until we connect to our front. Alright, and I'll go around this whole thing one more time so you can see what I did. So again, this side's in, you go diagonal, tracing the inside of the build, then this 4 is on the side, then again diagonal, then the back is inside, then diagonal, then this side is outside on the top of it. Okay, so sides are the exact same, front are the exact same, front and back are the same, I mean. So now you have that done. Now what you're gonna do is the next row, which is another row that's kind of confusing, but we'll get through it. All right, so the next row, we're gonna get our block of quartz, and we're gonna go in one, just like this. And this one actually is the easiest so far, so you're just gonna trace the build. You're just gonna trace the exact build, the inside, just like this. So we're just staying within the build. All right, this one actually is simple in the outside. Like, you just want to make sure you're tracing the build. There's not anything different about the sides or the back on this one. Just trace the build, plain and simple. All right, just like that. All right, so again, we're just basically layering inward, guys. So remember, it's a lot of tracing. So the next row, we're gonna get out our light blue, and this one is actually a little bit different. So I'll show you how to do that again. So at the end, we're gonna start in the front again where our door is. We're gonna go in one, and you're gonna start the tracing off just like this, is the first row. Then you're gonna stay in the inside yet again. But then when you get to the outside, or to the side, you're gonna come on to it. So basically there's 2 blocks that are on this, and then you're gonna come back to the inside, just like this. So only 2 blocks are on the side, just like that. All right? And then you're gonna continue tracing just like normal, tracing the inside, and then again on the side, you're gonna make sure there's 2 blocks on, and then get right back off, just like that. All right, just like this, and I'll show you the exact shape we have right here. Okay, so let's come back to the front here. Oh, this is not the front. This is the front over here, I think, right? Yep, good. All right, so now you should have this right now. So this is our whole shape. Make sure you have that. And then our next shape is gonna be the blue hardened clay. And again, starting on the inside, coming out, tracing the outside. You're just gonna completely trace it this time. So the sides are no different this time. You're just gonna completely trace. And I'm sorry if it's a little bit confusing, guys. This is one of those builds, it's not actually that hard. It's just more hard to explain than anything. And these are my least favorite builds to tutorial because, like, I know what I'm doing, but it's hard to explain what I'm doing to you guys. You know what I mean? I love doing every tutorial, but like these are the ones that are like the most frustrating because I want to make sure I can, you know, give you guys the information correctly, and sometimes it's hard on these kind of builds. So the next row, we're going to basically do the trace thing again, but with diamonds. So again, starting in the front right here, we're going to make sure we come up here. We're going to go inside and up one, and then trace the outside yet again. Just completely trace it. The sides are the same as the front and the back. Or not the sides are the same, but you know what I mean. Just trace the inside. There's nothing different. All right. And then just like this. And then close the inside up. And then in these 4 middle blocks, go ahead and do a row up. And then in the back, do one up. Just like that. Kind of like a teapot handle. All right. Just like that. So that's our teapot center right here. Now we have to add our handle and our, I think like the spout, I guess is what it's called. I think so. And then we're doing the side basically for this handle. Is you're going to come back here and find these 2 center light blue, I think they're called it. Yeah, light blue hardened clay right here. And we're going to use the diamond and follow along with me. It's going to be 2 blocks out. 1, 2. Then 1 diagonal block up. Then out 2. 1, 2. So I'll show you what we have right now. And then down diagonal 1. Then down diagonal 1. And then straight down 2. 1, 2. And then you go in diagonal down 1. The in diagonal down 2. The in diagonal down 3. And then in diagonal down. And then straight to the left, connect it. And I'll back up so you can pause it if you need to. The good thing about diamond is you can see the line separation, so you can just copy it on your own if you want. All right, just like that. Kind of looks like an ear, just like that. And then you're gonna come on this side and just double it up, just like this. All right, perfect. Now we're gonna do the spout, and the spout's also very simple. So the spout, what you're gonna do is you're gonna come over to this side and lining it up with this second row of the block of quartz and these 2 center blocks here. We're gonna go straight up with a total of 5 diamonds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're gonna go and do that one more. We're gonna go, actually not gonna do that. You're gonna come to the top right here, and you're gonna do 3. 1, 2, 3, going straight down. Then the next one, you're gonna get these top 2 right here, and you're gonna bring them out by 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Then you're gonna take these 2 we just brought out, and you're gonna go up 2 on both of those. 1, 2, 1, 2. Then you're gonna go to the left on this top one right here, this left one. You're gonna go to the left 2. 1, 2, just like that. And again, I'll back up so you can take a look at that if you need to. All right, just like that. And then I want you guys to basically just double that up on this side yet again. All right, just like that. Almost finished here. Boom, just like that. So this is our teapot right now. So now all we have to do is the smoke basically is left. Let me compare it to this one. Make sure it's the same. Yep, looks perfect. All right, so now we still have to do the, the inside and stuff. But let's do the smoke really quickly. Okay, so for the smoke, what you're going to do is you get out your gray wool, dark gray to be exact, or it's just called gray, gray wool, just like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to be making smoke, and you can choose to either do this with gray wool, or you can also use cobwebs. And that also looks really, really cool. I forget what page it's on, but you can also use cobwebs. I'm going to see if I can show you guys exactly what I mean. Here it is. There you go. So if you use cobwebs, it kind of looks like actual smoke when you have start to get a lot of it. So as you can see here, I'll back up for a second. You can see it kind of looks like smoke from a distance, like, or fog. But I'm not going to do that because I think the Alice in Wonderland like type smoke looks better. It's like more of a darker color than like white, So we're going to do this. It's basically 1 block. Then you're going to go diagonal, then up like 4. Or I'm sorry, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or yeah, 3. Just like this. Would be 4 higher like that. Okay. And then you're going to go diagonal or just straight to the left 1. Then you're going to go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then diagonal 1. And then to the left 2. 1, 2. Then down diagonal. Then down 1. Then down diagonal 1. Then up diagonal to the right 1. Just like that. And I'll back up so you can take a look at that again. Alright. And then from here, what you're going to do is take this block right here. And you're going to go to the right 2. So 1, 2. And then remove that. Alright, so that's where our starting point is. And you're going to go down diagonal 1. Just like that. And then from this block, you're going to go up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you go left diagonal 1. Then left diagonal 1 again. Then left diagonal again for a 3rd time. Then you're going to go right diagonal by 2. 1, 2. Then go back to this block right here and go left diagonal 1. And then up by a total of 2. 1, 2. Then diagonal to the right 1. Then to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. Then down diagonal 1. Then straight down, total of 2. 1, 2. then down left diagonal 1, just like that. And I'll back up again so you can see the smoke on that as well. I know it was a little bit hard to explain and hard to understand maybe, but you can at least see it from right here if you need to. And that is actually our teapot right here on the outside, guys. So now for the inside, I'll show you that too. So what I did for mine was basically I just went with the different like the, I forget the doors are called. They're called acacia, I believe, acacia doors. So the acacia door, and I went with a red hardened clay, and then I also used a block of quartz. So let me get that out real quick. Alright, so the block of quartz. So what I'm going to do real quick is you want to just remove the inside. I'm going to drink a night vision potion really quickly so you guys can see everything as well. So what you're going to do is just drink the night vision potion or splash it like I am, and just go ahead and remove all of this off the ground, or all this dirt off the ground, just like this. And then we're just going to replace this. And it's actually got a pretty nice size. It's not like the biggest house ever, but you know, it's got a pretty decent size. It's a lot of room for a second floor if you wanted to. I think it's like the perfect Minecraft house size. I really like, I love making big houses in Minecraft, but the problem with those houses is there's really like only so much you can put in there to make it fill it up. Whereas this is like a perfect, nice, simple house that has enough space for everything you need. Alright, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start in rows. We're gonna start with the red hardened clay, and we're basically going for a stripe design. So we're just gonna go stripe by stripe, just like this. Should have drank a night vision potion, but I couldn't find it in time. So just like this, then we're doing just basically stripes. So you know how to do stripes. So I'm just gonna do the red first, just like this, and then I'm gonna do the what's called the block of quartz next. Alright, now I'm gonna do my block of quartz just like this before this night vision potion runs out. Again, just like that. Pretty simple. I like this color, but you can go with like a white and pink, or block of quartz and pink, or block of quartz and purple, or light blue. I don't know. I like that color for some reason. And then you're gonna do the acacia doors right here. And I think it looks really nice too. Like the contrast is really good from the outside looking through the doors. All right, now we're gonna get our gravel back out really quickly, just like this. I always say just like this, I'm not doing it. Just like this. All right, and then you also want to get out a what was it called? A peony, pony. I'll just call it a pony, and a rose bush, just like that. And on the right side, just do a pony on this right inside right here, and the inside like block here, just like this. And then remove all this area right here, these 4 blocks, as far back as you want really. It's just gonna be a gravel walkway. So however far you want your walkway to be is how far you're gonna remove. I think I did a pretty long walkway on that one. I'm gonna go for a little bit of a shorter one on this one, but however long you want your walkway to be, that is how long it is. And you want to end it in some kind of like a jagged fashion like this. Alright, just like that kinda. I think there you go, that's kinda good right there. Alright, and then I'm gonna get my gravel and my grass blocks out, and I'm gonna fill all of this up. You just kind of want to make it look jagged, kind of messy and stuff. So I'll show you that in a second. So let's just fill all this up really quickly with the gravel, and then I'll show you how to kind of make it look like withered, I guess, and like just kind of like broken down. Like people have been walking on it for years. All right, so now we have that done. You can get your gravel, or not your gravel, your grass block, and just kind of remove random blocks and place grass there. And that just kind of makes it look like, some of the gravel's been moved a lot over the years. Just like this. Alright, just like that. I think you could mess around with it if you think it would look better. This is pretty good, but like, that one over there looks a little bit better. But you can work around with it and make it look a little nicer. And then after that, all we're going to do is very simply, we're going to go ahead and get out some bone meal. And that is the thing I always forget where it's at. I think I just passed it. Is this bone meal? No, it's not. There it is right here. And bone meal, we're just going to go around the build and just place bone meal around it, just like this. And if you want, what I did for mine is I actually put a fence and like kind of squared it off, and then I just got water. Like I'll show you exactly how like mine over there looks like really perfect. And what I basically did to get it to look that nice was I basically made a fence around the build, and then I filled the entire thing with the bone meal, and then I went around this like all 4 corners of it with water and placed it that way. Kind of gave it like this perfect circular, like shrubbery around it. And then once you've done that, you just want to replace like random blocks and put rose bushes, just like this. Not too many though, you don't want to put too many, just like enough to, move it around, but just not like, overabundance of them. Like for me, that's a good amount right there. Maybe one more in the front here, just like that. And that is our house, guys. I think this house looks freaking awesome. Like I said, I think it's the perfect size for Minecraft. It just looks really cool. You know, look at this, imagine this house like compared to your friend's normal like wooden or cobble house. It's just really interesting. It's nice size, not too big, not too small, just enough room for everything. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys are new here, definitely subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I build loads of crazy stuff in Minecraft all of the time. If you guys can drop that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. And let me know what other cartoon houses you guys want me to do in Cartoon Wednesday. And as always, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.